Hello, good morning, everyone. I know this is going to be a really quick one. Um, I'm doing this live due to the recent events that happened with, a Nigerian lady. Her name is Ajike Owens in Florida. The unfortunate incident that happened with her. It's so sad. It really is so sad. It really, really is so sad. You know, I want to use this opportunity to talk to all Nigerians. If you're living in Florida, please, you guys, I don't know if you know what's happening in Florida. I don't know if you understand the type of laws they have in place. Florida doesn't favor a lot of black people. In fact, all black people. It does not favor them. I remember seeing videos of our African American sisters and brothers sensitizing and saying if you're black and in Florida, don't move to Florida. Do not live in Florida. You know, they have a lot of palm color people that have vitriol and you know the hate word for black people. Look at what just happened to this mother, for crying out loud. Eh? And apparently, this neighbor of hers, her name is Susan Lorincz or whatever, her last name, however way it's pronounced, has been apparently she's been calling the cops on her children. She's been, every time she sees them playing, coming to the neighbors, she calls them names and all of that. Please, if you're in a neighborhood like that, as Africans, as Nigerians, I beg you, don't stay where you are not wanted. Florida is one state that I know. They still have slavery laws in Florida. Look at what just happened to this woman now. Let me play this video for you guys. Let me play this video. This is so sad. Eh? This is sad. Only for knocking on her door, this woman just come fire. When we dey fight for our own for here now, dey pray make Nigeria good. We dey every day dey go we're going on and on, fighting for Nigeria. This is one of the reasons. Dis na one of the reasons why we dey fight make our country good. If our country good, wetin we dey do for another person land, for crying out loud? Look at how dis woman now, children no get mama again because of person hatred. They don turn who get mama to person wey no get mama again due to hatred. Let's play this thing. If you're in Florida, you're in Nigeria, please get out of Florida, abeg.
Her children ran to my house, banging on the door, asking for us to call the police that their mother was shot.
It was around 9 in the evening Friday, kids playing across from their home on 107th Lane in Marion County, and a neighbor reportedly had an issue with where they were.
She has called the cops just for them playing. She calls them names.
On Friday, whatever happened between the neighbor and the children, it led the children's mother, Ajike Owens, to the woman's door. The sheriff stressing his agency has more facts to gather. Also elevating the stress of the moment, items reportedly thrown at the kids, skates, according to the sheriff.
It was a pair of skates that was thrown at the children.
A family friend says Owens was going to retrieve an iPad left behind by one of the kids.
The mother went to get the iPad and you shoot her? Who does that?
She wants investigators to act.
Charge her. You know who did it. Charge her.
I wish our shooter would have called us instead of taking actions into our own hands.
The sheriff adding they have more investigative work to do.
And what we have to rule out is whether the deadly force was justified or not before we can even make the arrest.
My daughter, my grandchildren's mother, was shot and killed with her 9-year-old son standing next to her. She had no weapon. She posed no imminent threat to anyone. When we say it takes a village, it was a village that raise my baby girl, and I am grateful to each and every one. It is now going to take a village for these children. What I'm asking is for justice. Justice for my daughter, Ajike Owens. I am asking for justice for Isaac Williams. Justice for Israel Owens. Justice for Africa Owens. Justice for Titus Owens. Justice for your family, for your children, for your loved ones. Justice for America.
Isn't this sad? Jo, good morning, my sister. This not sad? Hmm? Is this not sad? Hmm? Make the woman go collect her pikin ipad for the woman house when he leave, when he dey run. Na im dis woman use im shakabula take another person life just like that. See the woman for here now, they just only arrest her. I think na yesterday this one happen. When we dey shout for here make we join together make we fight for our own, e go be like say we dey make noise, we no know wetin we dey do. Look at this now. Children have lost their mother, for crying out loud. Wetin wan be like mama for those children life again?
That have sent me messages, sent me emails, texted me, and encouraging the arrest because it shows that you care about a fellow human being.
So just in case you hadn't put together what exactly you were watching there, that was none other than Susan Lorincz, the woman who shot and killed Ajike Owens in front of her children. And that was Susan being perp walked, because last night 58-year-old Susan was officially arrested and charged with the death of AJ Owens. She's being charged with manslaughter with a firearm, culpable negligence, battery, and 2 counts of assault. And the voice you heard on that video was Sheriff Billy Woods of Marion County, who was thanking everyone who called and texted and emailed asking for the arrest. Because instead of doing what we see so many law enforcement agencies do when something like this happens, instead of getting annoyed that a bunch of people are going, why aren't you doing your job? Why isn't this person arrested? He decided to frame it for what it really was, a bunch of people who cared that a human being had lost their life for no good reason, and they wanted to see some form of justice. Now, I'm sure there will be people who are asking, why wasn't she charged with murder? And typically they tend to charge people with what they think they can convict them on. They can't always add charges, so there could always be stuff added later on. But for now, at the very least, she's not sitting on her front porch sipping coffee. Susan has been arrested.
It's just so sad today. I don't know. It's very sad. This is why we come here every day. At least I try to. Eh? This is why we need to fix our own. If we fix our own, does anybody have to go through this? Just because they are your neighbors, you don't like them. You don't like them for their skin color that they cannot control. Florida is, I've seen several TikTok videos, African American brothers calling, leave Florida. They even tell people, do not come to Florida if you're black. Do not come to Florida. Now, so that they bite them like mosquitoes for there. If you have any family in Florida, please talk to them. These people are not normal. They don't care. Na to kpai na im dey their head. They no like you for your comot for there. Other places dey wey you fit go, for crying out loud. Even the lawmakers that are African American are calling out and telling black people not to go to Florida. I get it, maybe your family is there, everything, but that land is not favorable. They still have slave codes. They still have slave codes of 19 forever or 18 something. They've not changed it. They've not changed it. These people can be out. Do you know that Florida has laws where if a neighbor feels that they threatened by you in any way, if he take shakabula come and take care of you, they get laws protecting them. The governor doesn't do anything about it. He actually puts in laws that actually continues to drive this hate. If you're Nigerian and you're staying in Florida, please move out of Florida. I beg. Florida is not the only place in America, for crying out loud. I know some people must have been established there. Maybe that's where their grandparents were, their mothers are, and everything. But it's time for 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 people to move, black people move out en masse out of Florida. Florida has been in the news for the worst things. Move out of Florida. Look at this innocent, beautiful woman. And this neighbor has been a problem for them for a long time. It's not the first time. According to the neighbors, it's not the first time. She calls them racial slurs while they're playing. Eh? A life just gone like that, leaving children with heartache for the family to feel. Eh? Exactly. Can you stand your ground laws? African Americans have been making videos. I know I can't I've lost count of the number of videos that I've been seeing on TikTok, different places. If you're black, get out of Florida. Move out. Don't even go to Florida. Don't visit. Forget Miami or forget it. They don't care. They have laws protecting them if they take you out. Look at, if it wasn't for the outrage of people, this woman go there, as this man talk so, this woman go there in front pot dey drink coffee. Gbabe, nothing go happen to her. We don't even know. We need to put our eye, peel our eye to that case now to make sure say they actually justice actually apply for this instance. We go dey fight for foreign land, dey fight for our own land. Choose one battle, my people, for crying out loud. If we fix our own, wetin we dey do for another man country? I play video of our brother yesterday. See the intelligence, the royalty. He no even wan come, he no wan go anybody land. What are we doing here? If they no like us, no be by force. No be by force. When we dey say we must collect our mandate, people think say we dey joke. This is what it is about. Let's go back to our own. It's not by force. If these people don't like you, they've made it clear over and over and over, especially Florida. I know there are other places, but Florida carry first. Thank you very much. Exactly, Kenny. By sundown, you cannot. There are certain places in Texas, as a black person, you cannot go to. I had a friend who drove how many hours to Texas. He got to a town in Texas. The cops had to come and escort him out of there. The cops told him, haven't you heard of this place? The likes of you, they don't like you here. You're lucky I came because they were prepared to unalive you. It's still existing till this very moment. Come on now. When they scream, give us our mandate, we must collect our mandate. People think say na another thing we dey do. We cannot continue like this, for crying out loud. We cannot. Our African American brothers have been shouting, making videos, telling Africans, telling black people to move out of Florida, for crying out loud. Move out of Florida. Rest in peace to this woman, but it is very sad. It is very, very, very sad. It is very sad. If it wasn't for our African American brothers, my people, and some of her friends and family, some of her friends and family who made noise, do you know that they for not do anything? Now the noise wey people make, na make these people do something. The noise when people make. Eh? Exactly. Yeah. If he exactly, and I think Ben Crump is the case is the lawyer on the case. You know, so everybody has to keep their eyes peeled on it. If you're in Nigeria, you gotta keep your eyes peeled on that case. You have to. Exactly, Liksha. Thank you very much. Read the signs around you. This neighbor has been hounding you and your children, which you still they, it's not. I don't want to blame because she's gone already. Which you still they do for dear. Which you still they do for there. Read the signs, read everything around you, and run when necessary. Now who they alive, now they fight. Eh? It's a joke, exactly. Manslaughter, Biti Bawo. It was not provoked. The woman had nothing on her. What kind of this is what I'm talking about in Florida. They don't have laws protecting black people. They don't. Do you know how many black people they've locked up in Florida? Do you know how many? Yeah, some places in Georgia, Atlantic, I know about that. I actually talk to one of my friends where he's living, his neighbor, where he bought a house, his neighbor, the man, I don't know, I just told him, I said, carry your bundle, your family, get out of there. You guys need to learn how to figure out where is, don't just go anywhere because you come, you just in America, anywhere. You can't go everywhere. Know where you are wanted, where you are needed. Granted, nowhere in this world is safe. We all know back home self is not safe. You are either cultist do im own, or all the ones wey dey look for the different part of the body do their own, or kidnapping do their own, or government do their own, or police dey under government dey do their own. Nowhere safe. But you see, some of these things are already and move to a state where you know they have strict gun laws. There are states that have that. There are states that have very strict gun laws. It's not every state in America that is not. Figure, especially the red states, the Republican states, that they carry them, they are gunslinging. Most of the Republican states. Find, know where you are going. If you're just coming to America, make your research. Not just carry pack your load, enter, say okay, oh na America, na America. No, no. Mm. Exactly. She didn't call the police now. She did not. Because that they have laws protecting them, Emmanuel. If there was no outrage, this woman would still be in her house, sleeping, sipping champagne and pina colada, say she don't handle one. That's what would have been happening. Because in Florida laws, they have stand your ground rules, meaning that they can you can take if anybody if you feel like you're being threatened, you can. You know, black people have been seriously disenfranchised in Florida for God knows how long. You know how many black people are in jail in Florida for no reason at all. African Americans have been doing multiple videos. They shadow ban them for TikTok. They've been making multiple videos calling everybody, get out. If you're black, get out of Florida. Immigrants now sef generally. I don't know if you guys know, recently Florida has lost most of its immigrants, so workers. There's nobody working on the farms anymore. Construction work has been put on hold because the Mexicans that were working for them, their governor wrote immigration laws that did not favor them. They stormed out of all their work, so everything they leave and abandon them for them. Do you understand? You know. So guys, that's it. I just wanted to make it brief. Please, I'm sending my prayers to the family of Ajike Lawrence, but Please, if you're Nigerian, if you're African American, if you're black, move out of Florida. I beg, make your plans and get the heck out of Florida. If you're in Nigeria and you're planning vacation, stay away from Florida. Stay away. If you dey come from Nigeria, hey, you are coming to America, stay away from Florida. I beg you, go find, do your research before you leave your countries to be visiting other countries. Do your research. Nowhere for dis world safe, we know. Even London get terrible knife crimes wey dem dey slaughter pipo for streets. Their own crime is coded. Dem go codedly, dem fit even codedly put mix something for you for inside water drink, make dem just unalive you. So nowhere safe. There are documentaries in cities in London that are horrible, especially for immigrants and black people. So nowhere is a saint, but just do your research before you leave. It's simple. you know. So I mean, um, yeah, London, forget. London has terrible, terrible knife crimes, hatred, and their own is coded. They codedly. Americans, they're in your face at least. Yeah, right there. London own, they slowly they kill you with thing and with heart. They go finish your country. You come their country again, they go slowly finish you. Which one is worse? I beg. All of them are the same. My point is, do your research on every state that you want to go to, okay, before you go. Do not just show or carry your bag, just show up bagger. You gotta be careful. If you're living in Florida, leave Florida. Leave Florida. Leave Florida, please. If you're black, get out of Florida. They've been mounting pressure. There have been videos, multiple videos, calling all black people to stay away from Florida. Don't even visit. Don't go there for no vacation, whatever. Remove it from your list of vacation. That place not be place. Thank you, Atlantic Abby. It's true. Do you understand? It's true. Eh? If they did, this is why we gotta get back our mandate, to my people, so we can go and fix our own. Everybody can go to their father's house. It's okay, do. Okay? Rest in peace to the family of Ajike Owens. May her soul rest in peace. Please, if you're Nigerian, keep the information up there. Continue to spread and share this information. I beg. We will not just quiet on top of this matter. Okay? We will not quiet put. She's one of us. She's one of our own. I beg. All right, my people. I go see you now later. This was just a quick one. You guys have a wonderful rest of the day. See you on my next one. Bye.